I thought it was just another normal morning until she looked me in the eye and calmly said, "We got married yesterday." My heart skipped a beat. For a second, the whole room went silent, like someone had pressed pause on life itself. Yesterday? Married? Without us? I stared at her, then at my son, waiting for someone to laugh, to say it was a joke. But their silence said everything. It was a calm Sunday, the kind of morning where the sun hits just right, the smell of chai fills the house, and everyone sits together in their usual spots. My wife was bringing parathas from the kitchen. My younger son was half asleep, scrolling through his phone. And I, like always, had one simple question. "So, when's the wedding date?" I said it casually, with a smile. We'd been waiting for this day for so long. And then, she said it. "Uncle, actually, we got married yesterday." I remember the sound of the spoon falling from my hand, a tiny metallic clang that echoed through the silent room. My wife froze in her steps. The younger one laughed nervously. But my elder son, he just lowered his eyes. My mind was racing. How? When? Where? And most importantly, why? While we were busy discussing guest lists and wedding outfits, they were planning something else entirely. The night before, they quietly drove out of the city to a friend's farmhouse. It was dimly lit with fairy lights, a few friends standing around, and a registrar waiting with papers. No parents, no relatives, no celebrations. They exchanged vows under the open sky, rings in trembling hands, promising to stand by each other against the world if they had to. It wasn't a grand wedding, but it was real for them. I couldn't sit still. I went straight to my son's room, heart pounding. He was sitting on his bed, hands fidgeting nervously. "How could you do this?" I demanded, my voice louder than I expected. He looked up, eyes already glistening. "Baba, please, listen, listen," I shouted. "You got married without telling us. Without your mother, without the family. Is that what love means to you?" His hands tightened into fists. He didn't argue. He didn't shout back. He just whispered, "I had my reasons." That evening, we went to their small apartment. She opened the door with trembling hands, her face pale. We sat across from them in silence, the air thick with unspoken emotions. Finally, she spoke. "My parents didn't agree to our marriage," she said, her voice shaking. "They had someone else in mind. They were pressuring me. If I didn't agree, they said they'd take me away." She looked down, tears forming. "We didn't want to hurt you, but we were scared. So we made our own decision." For the first time, I saw their love not as rebellion, but as fear, as desperation. When we returned home, my wife broke down. She slammed the pots on the counter, her voice breaking. "All these years, we raised him with love. We trusted him. And he didn't trust us enough to tell us?" Her words were like knives. I stood there quietly, angry, hurt. But deep down, I understood. This wasn't black and white. The next morning, I found him sitting on a bench in the park, the same park where I used to take him when he was little. He wasn't the same boy anymore. There was guilt in his eyes, but also determination. "I didn't want to hurt you, Baba," he said softly. But I didn't know how to explain. Her parents gave her a deadline. If we waited, I would have lost her. I sighed deeply. "You should have trusted us," I replied. "We might not have agreed immediately, but we would have stood by you." He nodded, tears finally rolling down his cheeks. It was the first honest moment between us since the truth came out. A week later, her parents came to our house. Their faces were stern, their voices sharp. They accused us of stealing their daughter, of ruining their plans. My wife sat there quietly, holding back tears, while I tried to keep my calm. But then, something unexpected happened. My son stood up. His voice, steady and bold, filled the room. She's my wife now. No one forced her. We chose each other. And if you can't respect that, then that's your choice. But I will not let anyone treat her like a bargaining chip. The room went silent. Her parents didn't have a response. For the first time, I saw him not as my little boy, but as a man standing up for his family. That night, my wife and I sat in the living room long after everyone went to bed. We had two paths in front of us. Hold on to our ego, or hold on to our son. Anger is loud, but love is patient. We realized if we turned our backs on him now, we'd lose more than just pride. We decided to accept, not because everything was perfect, but because family matters more than perfect plans.